Hey brunch buddies, welcome back to Concept Brunch with Ridhi. It's morning time and we'll serve the knowledge with a side of coffee and cautions. Whether you are a student or just a brushing up on your math skills, by the end of this video you will be exactly when and how to use a sine rule. So grab your notebooks and let's get started. So till up to the video we have seen in a trigonometry we are using the right angle triangle all the time. But what if there is no right angle triangle, or we can say the skeleton triangle? In that scenario, we are going to use the sine rule or cosine rule, which we'll cover in the further videos. Okay. So here you can see there is a two type of triangle. One is a right angle triangle and second is one is a skeleton triangle, right? So when you have a right angle triangle, in that case we can use what? We can use sine, cos, tan and other trigonometric ratios to solve the questions. But if there is no right angle, then we have to use the sine rule or cosine rule. Okay, so in this video we are going to follow when to use the sine rule. Okay, the sine rule. So we are dealing with the triangle which don't have the 90-degree angle. Okay, so you can remember like that it's a fancy type of triangle, don't have the 90-degree, right? In that case, we will assume the triangle, let it be this is A, B and C. Okay, and the sides along with them. For example, this is A, so we can see as a small a for the sides of the triangle. Okay, along with the B we can assume as a side B. Okay, and along with the C we can assume as a side C. This is very important to understand. Okay, now this is clear. So the formula here is A divide with sine A equals B divide with sine B equals C divide with sine C, right? Essentially, this rule ties together the sides and angles of a triangle using the sine function. Cool, isn't it? So this is the sine rule where ABC are the sides of triangle and capital ABC are the angle opposite those sides. When to use the sine rule? Now you might wonder, when do I actually use this? The sine rule is perfect when there is a two angles and one side. For example, AAS or ASA case, okay? Or two sides or one included angle. For example, SSA. If you have got a right angle triangle, stick to your sine, cosine and tan rule. But for everything else like oblique triangle, the sine rule is your best friend. Alright, let's solve a quick example to see how it works. Here we can see there is a question. Angle A is given 40 degree, angle B is given 60 degree, side A equals 10 centimeter. We have to find out the side B. Okay, so here is the case of AAS because there is a two angle and one side. So this is a case of AAS. In this triangle, we have to find out the missing side B, correct? So according to the sine rule, A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C, correct? Now see what is the information we have and what we need to find. According to that, there is no information about that, so we can ignore it, right? So A is given for us, that is 10 centimeters, sine A is your what? 40 degree, okay, equals B is your don't know, and the sine B is 60 degree, correct? Let's do the cross multiplication. So we can write 10 times sine 60 equals B times sine 40 degree, right? Divide the sine 40 both sides. So we can write 10 times sine 60 degree divide with sine 40 degree equal B. Now we can use the calculator to find out this value. So if we use the calculator, we can find B equals 13.6 centimeter. This is approximate value. This is not the exact value, and we have to find out the approximate value only. So this is the another questions. Let's try when there is a two sides and one angle. So two sides and one angle, that means SSA case. Okay. Now use the sine formula. What is the information about the A and about the B? So we can ignore the C again. So A divided with sine A equals B divided with sine B. What is the information? A, that is 8 divided with sine A. A is your 50 degree equals B is 6, and we have to find out the sine B. Not sine B, exactly B. So rearrange to solve the B. So 8 times sine B, that equals 6 times sine 50 degree. We can divide with the 8 both sides. So sine B equals 6 divided with sine 50 degree divide with the 8. Again, we have to use the calculator to find out the value for the B. In the previous video, I have already taught you how to use the calculator. If you have not seen that video, please check it out. So here, basically, and to find out the B, first we have to solve this obviously. Then we have to do the inverse function of the sine, right? So sine B is approximate to, we got it, 0.575, and the inverse function, now we have to find the inverse function. So B equals sine inverse 0.575. We can write on another way as well. So the way we can write ARC sine 0.575. Okay, both the way. So approximately we'll get the angle as 35.2 degree. Okay, so we can say we found the angle B. Common mistake to avoid. Before we wrap up, let's talk about a few common mistakes. First, forgetting to use degree or radians correctly on your calculator. Second, applying the sine rule when you don't have enough information. Third, not double checking if your triangle is even possible, especially in SSA case where two triangles might be valid. So be careful. That's a wrap up on today's session with Concept Brunch with Ridhi. We learned what the sine rule is, when to use it, and walk through 2 examples. Remember, practice is a key of mastering this. So grab a few problems and try them out. In the next video, we will solve some more complicated questions on sine rule. If you found this helpful, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe the channel for more fun maths content, and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Until next time, enjoy your math practicing and keep learning. Bye bye.